guys have seen the topic of the day, you know. So I hope all is well with you guys. Happy New Year. Okay. So now, if you are joining, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Okay. Do me that favor, please. Like, share, subscribe. Now, this is a very important topic that you need to pay good attention because you know why? Most people are not able to read the signs. They only start remembering. They'll be like, I saw it. I saw the signs. Some will say, I saw it in my dream. Oh, it was revealed, but I never took it serious. Why some? The message was delivered to them, but did not pay any attention to it. They're like, I beg, forget that thing. All those superstitious belief. Too much religion don't enter their head. They will just imagine rubbish. Then the thing will not happen. You say, that bro Stellamo, believe, these things happen. But it's just that most people are careless. They don't pay attention to their dreams. And they don't pay attention to signs of things happening around them, in their home, in their environment. They take it like it's one of those things. No, don't take it like it's one of those things. Many of you think that it's only to the pastors God reveal things to or prophets. Let me tell you, you are all children of God, and God reveals things to you. Just because your minds are so occupied with family problem, work issue, a lot of things going on in your mind. That's why you don't pay attention to signs. And even your dreams. Some of you don't even receive any dreams anymore. You just wake up. Bros, hey, what do you dream? Well, I don't see anything. No. I don't dream anything. I just know say I sleep, wake up, sha. I dey see some kind things, but I don't feel remember them. You see? Because you don't pay attention. The devil have stolen the dreams away from you. And let me tell you, living your life without dreams, eh? You don't get dreams, you don't dream. It's very dangerous. In fact, you are like a walking corpse somehow. Because God can easily relate that dream to you directly. Because you no longer receive it, or maybe your life is polluted with sin. You're not polluted with sin, or the enemy steals it from you, make you not to even have one at all. That's why you need to reactivate and force your prayer life. Ask God to keep revealing things for you through dreams, whether spiritual or physical. It's very important, guys. You know, very. So, what am I saying? There are many signs you need to look out for before it strikes. Maybe to your friend, it can happen to your friend, people around you, your neighbor. It can happen even within your family cycle, uncles, aunties, cousins, relations. It can happen. And the message could come directly to you, or someone could give it to you as well, or it could be given to you to give to somebody. That is dreams, right? Now, we can get it through dreams, like I told you, and we can get the signs physically. Physically. I know what I'm telling you. Now, over the years, I've been opportune to tap into that realm of dreams where I'm able to now understand clearly the meaning of certain, you know, and I thank God for that ability. Most things that have happened to people I know, whether family, or circle of friends, I got it through dreams and I related it to them. Now, many of you be like, mm, if I get a dream, should I tell people around me about it or the particular person I saw in that dream? Should I relate the message to that person? Yes, very important. When you dream of something about that person and you wake up and still remember that dream clearly, those are the kind of signs to know that this dream is real, it will happen. When the dream is so clear, vivid, that you can even remember it even after 6 months, 1 year. If they wake you up and say, tell me that dream again, you narrate it just as you saw it, as if it's still fresh in your memory. Those dreams are real. It means it will come to pass. There are some dreams you just dream. You just remember it, small, small. It's not serious. That's why it won't keep reoccurring to you. Some dreams, certain dreams, even three times, four times, keep coming as a warning that this is what is about to happen. It could be good, it could be bad, but we all pray that the good ones will happen naturally, whether you dream it or not. But what about the bad ones? That's the one that you like to know because it's like a trap have been set to hinder you from achieving your goals in life or living a fulfilled life. So anybody can dream and deliver to anybody. So when you dream, please tell people about it. Tell that person about it. Tell that family about it. Don't be ashamed. They might laugh at you. They might say, get out. Some dreams might happen that month, that week, that day, that year, some months later. It's not something that will just happen just the moment you dream it, it will happen. Yes, some can happen that day, that day. That's why you need to relate it. But when you fail to tell people your dream, or even deliver the dream you saw about that person to that person, the dreams may stop coming. Imagine you giving a letter to somebody to go deliver, and the person doesn't deliver the. Would you keep giving that person the letter to keep delivering? No, you will stop because it's a waste. The person will just collect the letter, throw it away. So you have to look for someone else. You give that letter to deliver that will deliver. And when you see that person is delivering the letter, helping you to deliver this message, you keep using that person to pass the message on. So that's how it works. So because you don't deliver messages, you don't pay attention to your dreams, that's why you don't get them anymore because it's like a waste. And maybe your spiritual life is totally down, 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 down. You know, you are far from God, you know. So you have to reactivate yourself, your prayer life, spiritual life, read more on things about God, read Bible more, spiritual things, spiritual books. As a Christian, you have to read those things, so you build your spiritual life back, you know. So now let's go into the deal of the day. What are the signs that death is about to strike or bad thing is about to happen to someone around you or, you know, family member or even you yourself? How can you avoid these things? Now, let me tell you one of the common signs that people do get that tells that death is knocking or affliction is about to strike someone in the house, in that particular house where you saw that thing. It could be your house, it could be your neighbor's house, you know. Now, if you dream, or let's go physical first. Physically, physically, when you see birds always crying around your window, or this bird could be on the tree hanging somewhere, always crying there. You know how birds do their sounds, but louder, frequent, rapidly. This bird comes every day doing similar thing, focusing on your window. It's a bad sign. You know, it's a very, very bad sign. Then also, when you see these birds trying to come into your house through the window or through the door, it's also a very terrible bad sign that death or affliction problem is about to strike in your home or or someone close to you or your neighbor. Now, let me tell you something. Um, let me tell you guys something very important. I was speaking with my cousin one day. While I was with him speaking, I got the sign. I was telling him about spiritual things like this. Then I caught the signal. I told him, hey, close that window. I said, I feel there's danger around. He now rushed because he has believed a lot and he has seen a lot, you know. So he rushed. The moment he closed the window, those slide glass, and he came back to sit down. The next thing we heard on that window was, wow, a large sound. I was like, hey, what's that? Who threw stone? But the glass did not break. He was like, I don't know. I heard the sound too. Then, while we're trying to figure out what happened, another sound at the glass. Boom! A loud sound too. We're like, hey, what happened? Who is throwing stone? But the glass still did not break. So we now have to go outside to check what has happened, only to discover two black bears vomiting blood. They are falling down and they were vomiting blood, shaking. Omo, that was when I knew that there's a problem. I told him, hey, close all the window in the house. We have to rush fast to close all the windows before another one strikes through an open window. So we closed everything, scared somehow, but for me, I was alert. So you see, just imagine that I did not get that signal to tell him to close that window. Those two birds were arrows, spiritual arrows, just that the glass were closed. You know those reflection glass, they could catch things, spiritual things somehow when the reflection catches up with them. So I don't know whether because maybe I was in the spirit, so the power around that environment then struck them down, made them be able to penetrate. So imagine that they penetrated, definitely they could have struck either him or maybe I was the target. Those are arrows. They could have just struck on me and there could be problem. It could be sickness that will lead to death or incurable sickness that will linger for years. So that's why I told you that birds, when you see birds around crying all the time, trying to come into your home, what do you have to do? You have to start praying. Start prayer, you know, fix your spiritual life, connect back to your creator. When your phone loses connection or your battery doesn't get charged to power up the phone is dead, you know. But when there's a charge, the phone lights up and you can use it to do wonders, right? So that's how your spiritual life should be. You have to stay connected always because the life you are living is more spiritual than physical. The spiritual thrives all through the physical that we are in. Don't play. The life you are living now is a serious one, but most people are living carelessly. A guy said that his father, one night they came back, a bird was crying in the compound. And the father was like, look, while growing up, I've always known that when you hear a bird crying like this, rapidly by your window side in the compound, it means that there is something bad is about to happen. So the father told him, hey, you have to pray. Oh. The father too was praying. Oh. So he did not do anything about it. He just went and he slept off. But in the night, and that bird kept on coming and coming. So the father prayed the little he can pray and slept off. That was the end. They woke up to find that the father dead. Then the other lady was like, the husband told her, this bird that keeps coming around our window side, crying like this all the time, this bird is an evil bird. Oh. It's an evil bird. Oh. I beg, close that window. I don't like seeing that bird all the time. So what does she know? She closed the window. You know, guess what? 1 week, the husband fell ill and died. They call it brief illness, right? Those brief illness where they take life is not ordinary. So the husband just died like that after complaining that this bird have been here, always crying out there, please, I don't like seeing this bird. Little did he know that death was knocking. Because they did not pray about it, they did not do anything. So you see, that bird, when you see the signs of the bird, it's, it says that you need to do something. Also, cats. You see cats? Another terrible one. Another terrible one. A lady said that while she was pregnant, a cat kept on crying, coming around, crying. This cat would come every day. But the day she went to deliver, the baby died. And after the baby died, the cat never came again. Terrible, right? Sounds mysterious. But people don't connect these dots together. They're like, what will happen will still happen. Forget that thing. What will happen will still happen. No, don't say what will happen will still happen. You are not meant to die young or be in affliction. You are meant to live, you know, go at a very old age, not strange sudden death. Those ones, it's not meant for you. So that's why you have to be at alert to know when the evil ones, to know when evil people are planning to strike you with different kind of illnesses, death, problems, failure in businesses in life, hindrance, obstacles. They do a lot. While you sleep, enemies don't sleep. Oh, they are thinking which Baba, which native doctor they have to go to do you evil. So why would you want to be living your life as if, you know, you are sure of tomorrow? You can't live like that. You have to change your lifestyle. Okay. I see you guys in the comment section. Greet you all. All right. So you don't have to keep living your life like nothing they happen. No, you have to be spiritually at alert. Now, let me tell you one of the shocking thing here. When you see bats, those ones feared a bat stuck in their, what they call it, barbed wire in the fence. The bat was trapped there, trying to escape, but no way. So they saw this bat that morning, you know. So the father came and just brought out the bat and threw it by the roadside, you know, main roadside. Then car stepped on the bat, crushed this bat. So they called it nothing. They just assumed it's, all those bats, one of those things. So the father, dressed up, took his bath, everything, chopped food, stepped out, only to be crushed by a vehicle as well. Just imagine, just put the dots together. He saw a bat trapped on the barbed wire, in the barbed wire, brought it out, and threw it by the roadside for a car to crush it. That same day, not even like 6 months later, that same day, he himself, trying to cross the road, was crushed by a car. What do you then see there? That means already spiritually, somebody, enemy have done that, right? Some have already gone to Baba, and that was how they have projected this back. Knowing that he will be the one because definitely he was the target. But sometimes too, some people they go carry enter problem that was never meant for them. They will step on a charm that was prepared for somebody else. They will go and kill a cat that was on a mission to strike somebody. They will kill the cat. They are buy problem for themselves. So that's why be careful of some animals you want to strike dead or you want to kill. Maybe they were never programmed for you. And even if you want to do anything to them, make sure you have fortified yourself spiritually by firing dangerous prayer on yourself, prayer of protection, because uh, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Christ Jesus. For you wrestle not against flesh and blood. Huh? You are not wrestling against flesh and blood, but principalities and powers in their high places. So don't be empty when trying to engage these spiritual things, you will die for nothing. So now that one shocked you, right? Now we were once living in a house where they said the landlord was occultic. He has different flats in his house, different flats, big house, different flats. So we're living in one of them. So people do die. Maybe this year, two people will die in this flat, or somebody will die in that flat, things like that. So when we packed in, a day came when there was bees, strange bees just came. They were much at the entrance of our own house. These bees were much on the rail, plenty. So some people told us that, hey, you guys have to be prayerful because they have been there years before us. Even people standing around, they saw these strange bees in the afternoon. They told us, be prayerful that somebody will die that year or that month. When we heard it, we enter prayer. We say, no, maybe this landlord won't chop one of us. So After much prayer, we now carry anointing oil. Now open the door small. Fire them. Poured it where these bees were gathered. Shortly after sprinkling this anointing oil in that place where they gathered on that pole, close to the door of our house, the bees scattered. All of them vanished. Guess what? That same week, the landlord was driving out and he had an accident. This accident is not like it's fatal. A small accident like that. They took him to the hospital. They said it's okay, no internal bleeding, nothing. But 2, 3 days later, he died. Now, can you see that? It never happened when it was our turn. But when it happened in other people's flat, somebody died there. And we even learned that even the very house we're living in, the people living in there before, somebody died in that house when the bees appeared. So that means this landlord uses his tenants to, you know, make money. He uses his tenants to make money. So be careful of the houses you live in. It could be owned by occultic people. Yes, be careful. So that's why you don't have to be living carelessly. Pray, 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 pray. Always pray at night. You know why you need to be praying at night before you sleep? Because while you sleep, that's when the enemies, the evil ones in their high places, evil forces, that is when they come to sow seed. Even the Bible told you that they come to sow evil seed in different homes, especially homes that are not spirit charged. Empty homes, dark cloud covering homes. They go to those kind of houses. When they see lights in certain houses, they don't go there because they'll get burned, you know. But when your life is dark, you are full of sin, unless the grace of God is upon you, they won't get you. But when you are empty, this spirit comes at night to sow evil seed that will start growing in that family. That's why you see husbands and wife will wake up and start fighting just because of one small problem. They start quarreling. Who did that? That was a seed planted at night while they were sleeping. Well programmed how it will happen. And when they wake, they start manifesting it. They start quarreling. They start fighting. So now, when you see snakes, please, that's dangerous. When you see them around your compound, just let them be. Let them slide and go away. Don't go and kill them because maybe they are not for you. Maybe they are coming for someone else. If you're not spiritually strong, please let those snakes go away. Just drive them away. Send them out. You know why? A guy killed a snake he saw. He killed a snake, went and buried it in the same compound. Guess what? He died that very month. He died that very month. So why should you kill a snake you see in your compound and you buried it in your compound? That means you have buried yourself. So there are certain animals you see that appear in your house. The thing you have to think of is, what should I do? Should I go into prayers? Should I chase it away and go into prayers? Because the moment you see these strange animals start appearing in your house, it's a sign that you have to start doing something. What is it? Prayer, 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 prayer. Strange animals, wall gecko, you know, snake, cats, dogs, barking always. When you see dogs barking always in your compound, focusing on your house, you see, when you see these animals crying, you see them focusing on your own house. When you see them focus on your own house, it means that the arrow, the danger is for you. You have to embark on prayers. Or better still, vacate that house that moment for that month. Go somewhere else and stay. Because when you see them doing that cry, they are programming some spiritual things. That is when they are programming the death. That's when they are programming the afflictions, firing the spiritual arrows of sickness, problems, hindrances, different kind of arrows they are throwing at you that will end up starting to manifest at a shorter time. You know, a lady said that in a church she saw a guy who went to the altar to pray. This guy knelt down and was praying at that altar. But guess what she saw? While he was praying at that altar, she saw demons. She was opportune to see the spiritual realm. She said she saw demons with arrows. They were all firing the arrows at him. While he was at that altar, kneeling down praying, demons were in the church firing spiritual arrows at him. Some arrows got at him, while some did not get at him. Guess what? He left there, and that particular month, he fell sick. And that month, he still died. You know why? Because the prayer he was praying was already hindered by powerful forces. So that means his prayer got nowhere. Because maybe his lifestyle was bad. Because you cannot be living a bad lifestyle, you know, dirty lifestyle, and pray and feel that your prayer will go far. It won't go far. It won't go far because your prayer is already a polluted one. For you to get your prayers right, you have to live right. You have to live right so that when you pray straight, your prayer goes through. So it means that while you pray, there are forces that come to hinder that prayer to make sure that your prayer goes nowhere. And not just that, they throw arrows at you, they program things. So that is why you need to get it right with your creator. Don't live a reckless lifestyle, because it is said that there are ways that seem right unto a man, but at the end is destruction. So which way are you following? Is that the right way? Are you going through the right way? Hmm? If you're carnally minded, you're already a dead person. You have to always be spiritually minded. Don't let your heart be filled with dirty, corrupt things. Always occupy your mind with spiritual things. Watch Christian movies, educational things, religion, things that will uplift your spiritual life, not things that will pollute your life, you know. So now, when you see in general all these animals I'm talking about, know that danger is around and know that it is time to activate your prayer life. For them to even have that audacity to come into your house, it means that there's no fire burning. It means that the house is not spiritually fortified with prayer. There's no power there. That was why they were able to come. So that is why you have to reactivate and enforce your spiritual life and start praying. You know, get it right with your creator so that that thing they are planning in the spiritual will end up backfiring back to whosoever that is sending it. Sometimes your enemies are close. They're just within. It could be your neighbors, one of your neighbor. Maybe that one like spiritual juju things, you know, fighting people spiritually. So it could be your neighbor, it could be a family member, or it could be somebody in the village or workplace. Because let me tell you, for wherever you find yourself working, your enemy is around there. Whether you're in school, your enemy is there. Your enemy is within. So that's why the Bible told you that a man's enemy is in his own very household. So don't always think that your enemy is your family member. Yes, you have enemy in your family, but you have enemy in your compound too, where you live. You have enemy at workplace. You have enemy in your local government. So long as you're a human being, you must have people that are jealous in you. You must have people that want to see you destroyed. So be watchful and be prayerful at all times. So now, knowing that when you see animals coming, strange animals coming crying, whether it's birds, snakes, dogs, cats, owls, that bird called owl. That one too is very bad. When you sight an owl on a tree in your compound, be careful, crying or just looking at your house with that big eye. Know that there is danger. Danger is knocking. It could be death, it could be affliction, it could be they are programming some kind of hindrances in your life, obstacle, delay, backwardness. You just start seeing somebody that is living right, you just start living wrong all of a sudden. What happened? The person has been programmed, rewired to be living a different lifestyle. You see, most people who are drunkards today living some kind of lifestyle. Before they were nice people, but something happened, caught them. Those ones were empty. These spirits were able to catch up with them, divert their destiny to the wrong path. That's why the Bible told you that there is a way that seems right unto a man, but at the end is destruction. So which way are you in? Do you think you're in the right way? Brother, are you in the right way that will lead you to paradise? Are you in the right way that will lead you to paradise? Ask yourself. Or are you in the wrong path of the road that will lead you to destruction? So which way are you on? So now, spiritual. Let's go the one of dreams. Many times you dream, but some of you don't even understand your dreams. Some of you see yourself eating meat in the dream. That one is terrible. Eating meat in the dream, drinking in the dream. Then you now see yourself that month, you fall sick. Sometimes eating in the dream could be just normal thing. Maybe you are hungry, you slept, you now see yourself eating that delicious food. Fine. But there are some kind of dreams that you know that you ate very well before sleeping. How come you now see yourself eating meat with strange people, drinking with strange people? Let me tell you, you're already eating sickness. It could be sickness. It could be hindrances. It could be obstacle. It could be backwardness. It could be something very bad. You're already eating already. It could be death, especially when it is meat or you're drinking wine. You're already drinking your blood, eating yourself in the dream. So that's why some people, after eating in the dream, before you know it, they fall sick. By the grace of God, they could recover from it if they are prayerful or if they meet a very strong, powerful, real pastor. Then, when you see a tree fall, whether in the dream or um, physically in your compound where you live or in the village, a tree in your compound falls, whether it is plantain tree or banana tree or cashew, any tree just fall. It means that somebody in that family cycle is about to pass on. So be watchful. It could be you yourself that saw it, or it could be for another person. That's why I said when you see a tree fall in the dream or in physical in your compound, embark on prayer. Avert it. Stand on the gap. Pray so that it will not equally befall you or anybody in the family cycle there where it happened, where you saw it happen. Maybe you saw the tree fall in your friend's compound. You have to tell that your friend to they should embark on prayer that you saw a tree in the dream fall in their compound. It means that somebody is about to die there, you know? Or it happened physically in your friend's compound or village where the person lives, or in your friend's house. Tell them to be prayerful. They should embark on strong prayer. Something bad is about to happen as well. That one is another terrible sign that there is death knocking. Let me tell you, most people before they died, it's either somebody saw it but did not deliver the message to the person that, hey, look at what I saw. I dreamt of it and that. Oh. Or maybe the person himself that died saw it but ignored it. I'm telling you. So it cannot just happen just like that. Somebody saw it within the family cycle or within the friends cycle. Somebody saw it. Or you're living in a compound. Somebody dreamt of it. Somebody saw it, but did not pass on the message to that person. That's why I say when you dream of something about somebody that is terrible, don't be ashamed to say, hey, how would it feel if I say this, if I relate this dream to the person? Just say it. Whether you saw it as a dream or in physical, you saw a cat crying in that person's house when the person is not around, tell the person. Whether you saw a dog always coming to climb that person's window and then later go away, tell the person. Whether you see a bird always in that person's house, tell the person. Whether it's in physical or in dream, tell the person to be prayerful, to embark on prayer that something bad is about to happen to anybody living in that house. You understand? Another sign you have to watch out for is when you see children start crying unnecessary cry. They just start crying for nothing. All of a sudden, they just start this endless kind of cry. You don't even know what the problem is. Somebody that is normal, a baby, a child, just start crying unnecessarily. Unstoppable cry. Just know that something bad is about to happen to somebody living in that house. Be prayerful. embark on strong prayer. And let me tell you, some of you say, forget that thing. Sometimes they cry like that, so I don't witness them. But nothing happened. The grace of God protected you. The mercy of God was still on you. It was never your time. That's why the plans of the enemies never came to pass. So when you see children crying, don't just say it's normal. It's not normal. Children are innocent. That's why they can sense the spirit realm. They can sense it. They get the signal. The only way they can pass it on to you is by that cry that you see them cry. When there's a dark presence, evil presence in that house, you see them start crying unnecessarily, unstoppable kind of cry. Even when you offer them biscuit, ice cream, they will not take it from you. They'll just be crying. Just know that they sensed a bad spirit that is coming for a bad mission. All you have to do that moment, embark on prayer. Embark on prayer. And be careful of this kind of songs you play in your house. Some songs you play in your homes invite demons. Always pray, put on Christian songs. Play Christian songs in your house that will glorify God, not the one that will glorify Satan, that will invite demons to your home. I tell you the truth. I was opportune to be sleeping one day, and a song was playing in that dream. You know, I was enjoying the song, but what I saw in my room, I was wearing only pants and bra. Very sexy girls singing. They were dancing a kind of dance that I've never seen in my lifetime before. A dance step that I've never seen people dance. They were dancing so sexy. Imagine them wearing only pant and bra. They were all over in the room. I was just sitting on the bed looking at them. I was like, what? Human beings can dance like this? Only to wake up and see that the same song those girls were dancing to wearing only pant and bra was the same song that was playing in the radio in my room. The same song. What was that? I think God wanted to show me that when you play these songs by these occultic musicians, when you play those kind of songs that doesn't glorify God, you are inviting demons in your home, and demons are the ones dancing to that song, and they are even telling you, thank you, you're entertaining us." Oh, they are dancing to those musicians that don't sing for God. The song you see them sing belongs to the underworld, the dark world. The song, the inspiration came from the dark side, not from above. Those songs glorify their kingdom. And even in their kingdom, they play those songs and they dance to it. So when you see humans going to club, all these parties, dancing all those stupid songs, that is how they get initiated. When they dance to it, play it in their home, they invite demons that will afflict them, different kind of problems in their home, influence their children negatively. So be careful of the songs you play in your home. They could invite dangerous demons. So be careful. Play songs that will glorify God. Okay? So let's proceed. Um, so when you dream, tell somebody about it. If it's about yourself, pray hard. Okay? Now, when you see in a dream, you see yourself defecating in the dream, defecating in the dream, which is a very strange thing to be defecating in the dream. When you see it happen to you or to someone you know, tell that person that there is death knocking. That one means death. A sickness is about to strike the person that will lead to death. Defecating in the dream means death. It's knocking. Be careful. Unless the grace of God is there to protect you, to avert it, stop it from happening. Entire family member, because you don't know who the enemy is about to pick up. Always pray for your entire family members when you pray in the morning and in the night. Then, when you see in the dream, you see feces, feces around, maybe in the house, in the toilet, anywhere. Or in the dream, you went to flush, you see yourself going to ease yourself, you saw different kind of shits, feces in the toilet, stained everywhere, or around you, feces everywhere. Just know that trouble is knocking. There is trouble that is about to erupt that week, that month. there's trouble. All you have to do is to pray that you will escape it. Pray that the trouble does not weigh you down. Pray that you will solve it without any 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 hindrance. Pray that it doesn't even come, but you still see the signs. Then you know that it has been averted. So when you see that one, embark on prayer as well. Very important, guys. So when you see dreams of accidents, somebody killing somebody, somebody shooting somebody, or it is you, please pray. Those dreams are not just meant for you to be entertained in it, or somebody is pursuing you in the dream, pursuing you in the dream. Be careful. It's a sign that enemies are at work. People are planning your fall. People are planning to bring you down, to cause you hindrance, obstacle, or sicknesses. So these are the bad signs that you need to watch out for as well. Then you see yourself being, let me say, some people taking off your clothes in the dream. It means shame, disgrace. Disgrace somebody in the physical realm. You're about to be disgraced. That's why you see people pulling off your clothes in the dream. Pulling off your clothes in the dream means that by people who disgrace is on the way coming. So when you wake up and see those things, pray hard about it, that it doesn't happen the way you saw it in the dream. You might see the sign, or you might not even see it because you have prayed. So don't say, hey, it's one of those things, it's one of those things. No, no. Then when you see yourself naked in the dream, just see yourself walking around the street, walking up and down naked in the dream, and you are aware you're naked, you try to cover yourself, you just see people looking at you, it means that there's problem. You need to work on yourself spiritually. You need to pray to avert it. Those are bad signs you need to watch out for. Okay? So everything ends in prayer, as you can see. For every bad signs you see in your dream or in physical, you still have to embark on prayer. Very important. So that's why you just need to upgrade your spiritual life and be spiritually alert, you know, for your own good and for the good of your family member. Yeah, for the good of your family member. Checking the comment section. Mm, man. Mm, I see everyone there. All right. So, guys, that's it for now. I hope you have picked up some information, one or two very important, that there are certain things you see. Animals, don't kill them. Rather, try to let them go away, chase them away. And then after doing that, embark on strong prayers. If you can leave that house that moment, take everybody out of that house that moment and move to a different house, because whatever you see that animals came to do in that house, they came to program it. They came to program that death there, you know, activate the affliction there. So you have to just escape, leave that house that moment and embark on prayers, strong prayers. Even if you can go for fasting, whether it's 6 hours fasting, 3 hours or 6 to 6, try to do one of them. Pray, 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 pray. Read your scriptures. You will see the plans will fail. And always learn to pray the back to sender kind of prayer. Back to sender. Say, well, whosoever that is doing this, programming this for me, sending these evil demons or animals to me to program me, to kill me or to whatever afflict me, I return them back to sender. The evil plan should be returned back to sender. So always learn to pray back to sender kind of prayer, so that you return every evil plans, evil arrows back to the person sending it to you, because somebody is the one doing it. They don't just come like that. They don't just come like that. Somebody went somewhere to a native doctor's house, a juju man's house, to say, I want you to do this, I want you to do that to this person, this to that person. So they have already paid money for the job to be done. So that's why when you pray the back to sender kind of prayer, it goes back to that person and strikes the person back. So whatever that person have, The evil plan the person is planning for you will return back to the person. So very important. When you pray, include it in your prayer. It helps. Okay. All right, guys. So we'll be ending here for now. So I hope you have understood that you're not just living your life is spiritual. Is spiritual. You have to be spiritual to live long in this world you are in. Because sometimes you don't even look for people's problems. People will just start off angry that you're doing well, that things are working jealous, and then sometimes you have to limit the way you announce your progress in life, your success in life. Yes, it's very important to be seeking everybody. When you're so right time, know what and stop exposing your success online, social media. You want to tell everybody that you have made gotten this, you have built house, you have done this, you have done that. You know, yes, it's good, but what about those that feel that you're intimidating them with it? Some may just misinterpret it that you are announcing your achievement because you want to you're laughing at them. You want to use it to shame them, to disgrace them. You want to show them that you have arrived. So some may read it out of context and then go ahead to bewitch you. So be careful how you showcase your success online. You know, limit it. And most of the time, stay far from your friends. You call them your friends, but even Jesus Christ was betrayed by Judas. So among your circle of friends, if you have plenty friends, don't expect many Judas among them. Your enemies are small. I'm telling you, limit your friends so that your enemies will be small. But when you have large friends, you want to make everybody your friend. Just remember that that's how you're making so many enemies for yourself. So be careful because you might not know who among them wants you dead or wants you afflicted. And always you want to travel home to show your relations, your relatives, uncles, auntie, cousins, nephew, everybody. You want to show them they have made it. How sure are you that they're happy with your? How are you sure they're happy with your success? So you see why you have to be careful. Some people are jealous when you succeed. Some people are angry. They are bitter. Why you? I'm better than you. Why should it be you that is succeeding? It should be me. You know. So well, you have to be careful. But if you choose to live a reckless lifestyle, then you pay the price. You will pay the price of living a reckless lifestyle. So guys, I'm out. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. See you guys later. Bye bye.